Hey, this is Glover Teixeira, UFC light heavyweight champion.
Hi, I'm Robbie Lawler.
What's up, fight family? This is your favorite MMA coach, Thiago Alves, the Pitbull.
Hey, what's up, guys? I'm Pedro Munoz.
Mike Brown.
Guys, I am Alexei Olenek, and welcome.
And welcome.
And welcome.
And welcome.
And this is We Want One Picks.
And you're watching We Want Picks.
To We Want Picks.
We Want Picks.
To We Want Picks.
To We Want Picks. Hi everybody from American Top Teams.
A few months ago, we had our buddy Dean Thomas on the show. It was more of a hangout than it was a formal interview, but we did touch on some specific topics, one of which was, who do you think will win between Francis Ngannou and Ciryl Gane? So take a listen. Let's see what Dean Thomas had to say about Ngannou versus Gane. And keep in mind, we had this sit down just a few days after we watched Gane absolutely dismantle Derek Lewis. This is just a short clip in what was an hour-long hangout, so watch the rest of it if you want some more information. But let's see what he had to say about UFC 270's main event, Francis Ngannou versus Ciryl Gane. Another question here is, what are your thoughts on Ngannou versus Gane?
You know, I don't see. Honestly, it could look very similar to Gane and Derek Lewis. To be honest with you, you know, Francis Ngannou is a big, powerful man, but he's still kind of heavy. He's still kind of stiff. Like if you watch the way he moves, he's still a little bit stiff. He moves a little heavy at times. I mean, he obviously can go forward really fast, but Gane, his movement is great, man. I mean, he moves really well. He's really coordinated and agile and mobile. So like, I don't really at this point right now, if I had to bet, I'd put my money on Gane.
Do you think they can gain anything from each other since they used to train together? Have you ever been in that situation where you fought somebody that you had previously trained years before, anything?
Well, I mean, when I was in the house, I fought Chris Lytle, and we trained together every day. I mean, you kind of pick up tendencies, but I mean, I think that was so long ago that the only thing I think they're going to gain from each other, knowing each other, is that they know how each other feels. They know what each other smells like. You know what I'm saying? But strategically, tactically, you know, I'm sure that they're going to come up with different things. I mean, Eric Nicksick is going to train Francis to do something that Gane's probably, hopefully, not going to expect. And Gane, you know, we know what Gane is playing with. It's just, can you stop it? You know what I mean? Like if you give that boy space to be a mixed martial artist, I think he beats every heavyweight in the world.
It is crazy. His movement is crazy because I was not a believer at first. I picked against him in his – I thought Rosenstruck was going to beat him. Then I was like, Volkov will beat him. And then after that, I'm like, all right, nobody's beating him. That's it. I'm the other way around. Nobody's beating him.
I mean, he's just a really good mixed martial artist. And, you know, so you know what he's dealing with. Everything. Francis is like – Francis can game plan probably a little bit better because we don't really know what Francis is dealing with. Because his fights are so quick, we don't really know what he's capable of, really, at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So we just know he's got power.
Well, and
if I was Francis, I would hit up Ryan Hall, honestly, and start rolling around and looking for heel hooks. That would be my plan.
The Uchimata roll or whatever it is that roll.
Armanari roll.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you brought up a good point with like, you know, you said they know how each other smell and feel, but like the real life application of that is like when you train with somebody and they grab your wrist, you know exactly what that force is going to be like and what that feels like against the cage. So those surprises will be gone. It won't be like, holy shit, he is so much stronger than I thought he was going to be. It's, yep, I knew what this was.
That'll be very familiar to them.
Yeah.
That is a big deal. It is a big deal. But, you know, I think honestly, that favors Ngannou. I think that favors Ngannou because when I look at those two fighters, I think Ngannou could get nervous in fights. When I see Ciryl Gane, I haven't seen a fighter that composed and comfortable.
Yeah,
I mean, it's amazing how composed and comfortable he is from the weigh in to the walkout to everything. I mean, he's just calm and collected like he's been there before. I mean, Ngannou has already shown like signs of of nerve. I mean, when he fought Derek Lewis, I mean he was pretty intimidated at times, So so I think it favors Ngannou to have already felt what Gane feels like.
Yeah, that's a good point. It really is an interesting fight, and I know people were sort of hating on the interim title fight and that whole picture, but I think it worked out for the best because now we have a true title fight that everybody's pretty excited for.
The UFC is not dumb. They knew what they were. They knew how the cards were going to fall, most likely. I think with that one, you know what I mean. This is going to be a big fight now.
Well, and now, but even more than anything else, like John Jones can no longer hold them hostage.
Yeah,
very true.
I'd rather watch Gane versus Ngannou than John Jones versus Ngannou, honestly.
I mean, and if Gane wins, then now John Jones could, like, maybe fight him or be forgotten about. You know what I'm saying? So like what they did was they created another star so that John Jones can't hold them hostage.